What's good, YouTube? Nate with Mass Collector, back with another issue. Build a Delorean, Eaglemoss. Issue number 17, new binder. So exciting. Working on the engine. I just watched Back to the Future 1 and 2 with my daughter. She's 4, just turned 4. So I've been opening up the advent calendar from Playmobil, and I don't know why I say Playmobil because there's no E at the end of it, but I know it's Playmobil now. Anyways, opening up that advent calendar, she's seeing the car. I got the DeLorean too, super cool for Playmobil. Good for them. They did it right. Okay, so in this issue here, we are doing. You receive the parts for the engine and transmission case. So, engine bottom, sump pan, engine front, starter 1, starter 2, transmission case rear, and then we have DP screws, JM screws, FP screws, and AP screws. Let's get our parts out, but we'll just kind of run through it quick. So we're going to put the sump pan together. That takes a couple FP screws. That means P means plastic, so those will go in easy. Looking at engine assembly, take out apart a couple DP screws, so we'll need 3-in-1 oil, and then also the in the back of the engine here into the transfer case, that part, and 3 DP screws. And then looks like we put the starter, snap those, insert the 2 pins into there, AP screw into there, JM screws down there, and then we should end up with a pretty good base door engine there. So take out all the parts and get them all ready to go. So this was issue 17 that I actually opened up when I hit issue number 4. Originally, issue number 4 was a misprint in my issue, and it said to use a bigger screw for the latch on here, and the screws broke the holes, snapped them open. So I had to find the right screws for them. Well, 1, they weren't the right screws to begin with, but 2, so I went into issue 17 to find that specific screw. They did not use another one till this issue, so I think they're already pulled out of here and put away. That's why they're not here. Just the FYI on that. Back to the Future, what a movie. You know, watching it, just still enjoy every single minute of it. It's so good. Okay, let's go. First step, 7A and the 7B. And then we're going to put 2 FP screws in there. Do not need the oil for P screws. Next, place part 17D onto the rear transmission case from stage 16 with 2 DP screws. So, DP screws are coming. I'm going to take these parts out of here, and I'm going to use this spot here or whatever for the oil that we're going to use to help with putting in the M screws. couple drops, don't need much. Okay. TP. So how many do I need? 2. Okay, these do not look right. Yeah, these don't look correct. The screws aren't gonna fit in that hole. These are dumbass DM screws. Little dips in the oil. So this is going right. This goes to the side. This part. This one's a tough one. And then you'll be able to see the weathering I did on the transmission already. A little bit, just kind of hit it with some of this rust color all the way around and then wiped it off. I put a video up for that too. So you can tell, I mean, there's a difference, but it's not much. So it's not going overboard, but it's probably not, you know, doesn't look super professional, but it looks better than straight up silver. All right, now we're gonna put this part on here. There's 3 parts. And 3 more DP screws. Shit, DM. DP. See, I don't think these are supposed to be DP. It says DP on here too. I think these are supposed to be DMs. Just a quick thing here. My issue is wrong. This is calling for DP screws. These are supposed to be DM screws. I just opened up I have another issue of 17 that I just opened, and these are the 3 bags that came out. JM, FP, and DM. So where it says DP screws on here, that's supposed to be DM. So little tip, if something doesn't seem right, it probably isn't. You know, screw wise, because I pulled out those DP screws and I'm like, man, these don't even look like those things, because they were they have these big flat heads on them. put those back in there because those are probably what are correct after all. So, okay, crisis averted. Pretty good. Yeah, I was just kind of sitting around and watching the movies. I was gonna start part 3, and then I just wanted to build a little bit more, so I want to do this issue here. Because I knew I had it out and kind of ready. And it's kind of nice not having to work on the frame because you don't take up that much room space-wise. That one went really well. Okay. Got those in. I only got so much time left. 8 minutes left. Hopefully I can get it done by then. Snap those 2 black parts together. 2 pins. Snap in, they're pretty good, so I don't have to worry about falling out. And then that's gonna go on this spot here. Got a little pinhole for that, and then I need an AP screw for that. Now, it didn't come with the second issue that I just opened. Did not have the AP screw though. I think maybe it just kind of figured that you have a lot left over because you generally do. There's lots of AP screws in the beginnings issues. It's in there. And then this part, it's like that, it's like this in the picture. So like this, and 2JM. Kind of wish that oil pan was metal. You don't have much room to really hold on to this thing, you know. You don't want to break that by holding on to it. Yeah, if you feel like when you're using a larger screwdriver, you feel like you just can't get a grip anymore, go to that smaller one and you can really get in there more to get more of a tightened screw down. So, all right, that's it for this one. There's our finished product right there. So I might just wait till it's all together to, you know, at least the main engine parts are together and then weather it so it's all the same. So I'm not have different degrees of weathering from part to part, but we could always go over it once more when it's done. But I think that way doing just more efficient that way. Okay, take a look at this issue. Leah Thompson. And then next issue 18, the engine and manifolds. Cool. All right, well, thanks for joining me on this video, issue number 17. My issue, sorry for the mix-up. It was misprinted with those screws, but figured it out. And please subscribe if you haven't yet. I really appreciate that. Like the video if you did, and then hit that bell to be notified of the next video that's put out. And we'll see you in the next one. Thanks.